Yo, Saturday Night Live. What is good, my people? What up, P? So I just got off work, man. Had a crazy day at work, man. And you know what? I was like, I definitely have to do this review, man. Definitely, it's like long overdue, man. For real, for real. So I'm feeling good. Tomorrow's Father's Day, so shout out to my fathers out there, who's out here living, the ones that has transitioned. Love y'all. Y'all definitely make a difference in life, in society. So don't let everybody tell you anything different. Now, with that being said, so you guys know I did a review on the first three projects by the Beatnuts, which include Intoxicated Demons, Street Level, and Stone Crazy. You guys remember I said that I had to go get a copy of the Spot EP. So what I did was on Wednesday night or Wednesday, whatever day I did it on, I actually ordered the Spot EP from eBay. And then I come home today from work, and then here it is, waiting for me. It came in the mail. Gotta love that, man. The hard days of work, had to go pick it up. Now let's get into the proper introduction. My introduction, like I usually do. Yo, peace was good. We'll get into the hip hop album review. This is part 273. The album, or the EP rather, that I would like to review this evening is Beatnuts with their second EP titled The Spot EP. The Beatnuts Remix EP, The Spot, released in 1998. You guys should know who the Beatnuts is. Like I said, I did their first three projects. Like I said, I mentioned before, Intoxicated Demon, Street Level, Stone Crazy. And I appreciate everybody, showing the comments. So if you guys haven't peeped that, definitely check it out. It's in, my channel. You can check it out. Show some love. What you like about the album. What you didn't like about the album. Let me know what you guys think. Now, so looking at this kind of brings me homesick. Reason being is because grew up in the '90s and the early 2000s when I grew up in New York until I moved down to Florida in '02. At least I can speak for myself. Like living in Queens, I was born in Brooklyn, raised in Queens. At least where I lived in Queens, we call it the store, or we call it the corner store. We might as well go to the corner store. We're just gonna go to the store. You know what I mean? And the reason I bring this up is because depending where you grew up in New York, some people call it the bodega, and usually that's if you go to the uptown, specifically Harlem, the Bronx, and all that stuff. Especially because the big, there's a big, Latino, Hispanic community out in those places, especially in the Bronx and parts of Harlem. You know what I mean? And with that being said, in the '90s, I would say the '80s, '90s, and some of the 2000s, a lot of the bodegas or the corner stores were owned either by Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, Cubans, and Colombians. All right. Now I've noticed, like in the late '90s, like in the 2000s and beyond, a lot of them were taken over, were bought out by Yemenis. A lot of people from Yemen and shit they would own a lot of these bodegas or the corner stores. So something I observed and stuff like that. So at least where I grew up in Queens, like a lot of them, a lot of Yemenis, they kind of took over and they bought up all the bodegas and stuff like that. But yeah, man, just had to share that with you guys, and then also like in New York too, like at least in the five boroughs, I can speak for myself. We had something called Stop One. It's kind of like a convenience store, but it's like really hood shit. You know what I'm saying? And like you have them like all over the five boroughs and shit like that. And you had the Stop One Deli and stuff like that. And it's like a grocery store. It's like a little supermarket, but like a boat that has like corner store vibes. If that makes sense. So, but only in New York. You know what I'm saying? But let me know if you guys grew up in the five boroughs. What did you guys call it? Did you kind of call it a corner store? Did you call it the store? Did you call it bodega? Let me know in the comments. All right, I'm gonna show that. Now let's get into the EP. All right. So that's what it looks like. Really fucking dope. You can see the Beatnuts. Then this is Relativity. This back reverse. So first beats, raw vinyl, 33s, 45, 78s. Rare vinyl, excuse me. Raw cold cuts, cold beers and blunts, lyrical products. Yeah, it's fucking dope. The Beatnuts, very fucking dope. I really enjoy this shit. That's I love this cover. It's really dope. It's really New York shit right here. So, what this EP consists of? It's pretty much like remixes and exclusive tracks from the first three projects, including Intoxicated Demons, um, Street Level, and Stone Crazy. All right, so now let's show you guys what the CD looks like. As you can see here, like I told you, I showed you guys a little bit of that. As you can see right there, like in the side of the corner store, it's like real New York shit right there. You can see them niggas chilling right there. Yeah. You got Juju right here. You got Psycho Les right there. Fucking dope. Alright. See what the seed looks like. Alright. Open it up. You got the, like the credits and stuff like that. Like you can see, as I mentioned before. Alright. It's kind of like the layout of the album cover, or the EP cover rather. And I'm gonna give a shout out to the seller that sold it to me, Salvation Games off eBay. So shout out to him, man. If hopefully I told him about my channel, told him I was gonna do a review on this album or this EP. So if he does, let me know if you've seen it. Let me know what you think of my review. I would like to know, cause I got it for a decent price, you know what I mean? Because this EP tends to go for a little bit of money online, but I got it for a decent price. Now, as you guys know, production is done by the Beatnuts, so everybody should know it should come with no surprise. You got some features on here. You got Grand Poobah, obviously. Then you got No Good Us. Then you got Big Pun, Cuban Link. Then you got AL. AL stands for All Lyrics. Shout out to AL. He's really dope. He dope MC. You guys might be familiar for all my Lyricist Lounge people. You guys should know that name. He was actually featured on the first Lyricist Lounge that came out that same year in '98. And then you had Lyricist Lounge Volume 2, which came out in 2000. I kind of prefer the first one that came out in '98. That was really good. It has like a really underground sound, whereas the second one had like a more mainstream. It's not like commercial, but it had like a more mainstream feel. But it's still dope, you know what I mean? But I just had to throw it out there. Narcotics is another feature as well. Narcotics, they're from the Heights, Washington Heights. Very, very dope hip hop duo from Washington Heights. We just kind of dropped an album, but kind of say. And like I said, No Good Us, AL, and Narcotics. Those are the features of the album. Now, let's get into the meat and potatoes of the project, the lyrics, and the breakdown of the songs, like I usually do. All right. My Reggie Jackson shit, my 77 Reggie Jackson shit. You know how to show love in that shit, you know what I mean? Oh, and something I just realized too. Right here, you can see like a cigar, which, niggas would, split the Dutch, you know what I mean? Smoke the little blunts and shit like that. I just realized that. I didn't even realize that. That's pretty fucking dope. Yeah, so, now, let's get into the meat and potatoes. The track listing of the songs and the lyrics. Alright, let's get into it. Track 1, Are You Ready? Part 2. It's pretty much the same song as Are You Ready, which features Grand Poobah, which was on Street Level, one of my favorite songs of the album. Love the beat for that. That shit goes hard. Like I said, same song, but the lyrics are different. Mainly by Psycho Les and Juju. I like the line by Psycho Les when he said, "This here crystal clear, pour it in your ear, let it side up, give me the cash and just shut up. Tell me who brought these streets from Queens, that Bud Special, chronic choke, pull it, It pops your blood vessel. Fucking dope. Very, very dope. So that's track one. Are You Ready? Part two. Track two, Get Funky remix. Very, very, very dope. This is the remix again. One of my favorite um one of my favorite remixes from that era of that street level. You guys know Get Funky was a song on street level, but you got the remix. The remix has like a more harder edge beat. You know what I mean? Hard drums, has a kind of like a trippy '70s jazz kind of like beat to it. Is like really really dope. The beat, I mean, the lyrics are almost identical, but like slightly different in a sense. Um, I like the line by Juju when he said, "Somebody said you was looking for static G's. These who try to play me close could die tragically. I got a merciless flow that empathically fatal. It attacks the brain automatically, unleashing lyrical rap to leave you open. Crews that choose to bite might find yourself soaking. Fucking dope." So that was track two. Get I mean, yeah, track two, Get Funky remix. Really enjoyed that remix. Really dope. Um, that song you can actually find that on the UFO files that dropped in '08, which I would love to get my hands on, but that shit goes for mad money. So yeah, good luck trying to get that. Hopefully one day they try to re-release that, but I highly doubt it. So all right, then we got track three, No Equal remix. Pretty much the same lyrics as the OGs, just the beat is different. But I prefer the OG version. That's just my personal opinion. Just the lyric, it's just everything but the beat. It just fits the lyrics so well. Love the video for it. You know, Juju taking shots at Das Effects and Twister and stuff like that. Yep. So that was track three, No Equal remix. Track four, Psycho Dwarf Part Two, featuring No Good Us. Um, so I talked about my gripe about Psycho Dwarf on street level, but with this one, this might be my favorite one. This actually might be my favorite installment of Psycho Dwarf. It features No Good Us, are really dope. Um, it's pretty much the same song, same beat, but like alternate lyrics, and the way it starts off different. It just has it plays when it solos out the beat. So you just hear the sample and the hi hat start first, and then like the drums just hit. Yo, it's really hard. Has like a more gritty feel to it compared to the first two, so that's why I kind of like this one better. And like I said, the lyrics is better. Is you know the lyrics is like like slightly different, but nothing too crazy. But like I said, it has like a more gritty feel. The drums the drums feel more gritty. The beat feels more gritty. It's just like it's just my favorite installment of Psycho Dwarf. But I like the line by Psycho Les when he said a bunch of thug vandals, rugged drug scandals, pull their huns by their love handles, take their funds, mug their man too, chop their head off, put it on the mantle, beat programmed to stand you and slam you. Fucking dope. So that was track 4, Psycho Dwarf No Good Us. Alright. Track 5, Off the Book remix. I'm just gonna say that I prefer the OG version. That's on Stone Crazy. I didn't like the beat. It's just the beat. It just sounds like like a late '70s disco outtake, like some B side from like some 12-inch from the '70s. It just has that vibe to it. I didn't really feel it. To me, it didn't really um fit the song, the song itself. I get what they were trying to do because back in the late '90s, they were trying to capture like that late '70s, early '80s, like that disco, like that hip hop from like the late '70s, early '80s, and this is like no different. But like I said, just has like that B side disco 12-inch type joint. It didn't really fit the song in my personal opinion. Like I said, I prefer the original. Now, something I forgot to mention on Off the Books. I want to give a shout out to Vic, the mighty Vic, um, dope producer. He mentioned something I forgot to mention too, so I gotta give a shout out to him. I'll post a link in the description box. But he said that Triple Six originally was supposed to be on the track, but he was taking too long to write his lyrics, so that's why he didn't make the song. Which is kind of a blessing in disguise, because no disrespect to Triple Six, because Triple Six is dope, but I think if Triple Six was on the song, I don't know if it would have had that same appeal. Me personally, it just worked out well with the Beatnuts, Big Pun, and Cuban Link. It was just perfect the way it is. But like I said, this song again, I just didn't like the beats. Just felt like an afterthought. It just sounded like something that, it's just like they were bored. They ran out of ideas. Or it's like, it's a dope track. Let me just slap this beat and that kind of thing. Again, it just felt like an afterthought. I wasn't really feeling it. So that was track 5, or the book remix. Track 6, Let Off a Couple Part 2. Let Off a Couple, which originally was on Street Level. This is kind of like the full length version. So the original version, it had Fashion, aka Al Tariq. He did like the verse on that joint right there. In this one, again, it's the same, but Al Tariq is not on this one. Juju and Psycho Lex actually has a verse on here, but it's like slightly different lyrics. Now this one has, it has AL of all lyrics and Narcotics. So so that's pretty much the difference. So just all lyrics and Narcotics on the beat. I like the line by AL when he said, so let's get head up, dead up, step up, and get what you get wet up in the setup. You bleed for real. Forget the catch up, and you can tell I'm proper. Ride the planet while I'm selling copper. You cross my path. Cross my path, have you hanging from a helicopter. Step in my world, but I ain't down with hitting Blondie. Living with zombies got me starving hungry like if I was Gandhi. You try to set it, you all regret it. I'm far poetic, you die pathetic, cause you sweeter than a diabetic. Woo! Love that shit. Killed that shit. I've always liked that line. So that was track 6, Let Off a Couple, part 2. Love that joint. Again, the first one, it was like about like a minute and 45 seconds long. I just felt, I wanted more. So with this one, it was pretty much like, I was satisfied with that. So like, I was good. It was a good appetizer, you know what I mean? So that was good. So that was track 6, Lord of a Couple Part 2, featuring AL and Narcotics. Track 7, Props Over Here remix. Man, it's just the same song he gave you that props. That's all it is. So that was kind of a cheap shot, man. Like, you could have put like Dawn of the Dead or, We Came Here or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But you put, yeah, you got props. It's kind of cheap if you ask me. So that was track 7. Yeah, you got props. Props over here. Yeah, you got props. And the last track, Treats, featuring No Good Us, AL, and Narcotics. This is an exclusive track. Again, it's like the only exclusive track. The beat is kind of decent, but the lyrics kind of made up for it. I like the line by No Good Us when he said, "Simply verbal mastery is absurd. When I spit this lyricist stay on mad judge and DA's shitless. They try to prosecute me, but I murk they only witness. No go and get your critics, their favorite rappers and mimics, while I leave them in a slitted wrist, leave them with slitted wrists. Stick them up with the tickets." Love that shit. AL when he says, you lose sight making the moves you frostbite. same cowards that be ducking to the sounds of exhaust pipes. Scared to tell, paranoid in the ghetto life. Razor blade gunplay is how they settle in fights. We went to witchcraft, quick cats. They flip fast, stocking cat facing the gun through a thick glass. The bank teller making you richer than the gram seller. You in the jam, fella, doing time like Mandela. Woo! Again, that's what I'm saying. the lyrics made up for it. I feel like the beat could have been a lot better. That's just my personal opinion. Now, my overall synopsis of this album, or EP rather, it's decent. You know what I mean? It's not bad. It's good. Is it worth the money? I'd say yes. My only gripe, like again before, I could have done without the off the books remix because they were trying to gain off like the success of the single. Excuse me, but to me it felt like an afterthought, especially with the disco beat. Just didn't work on that song in my personal opinion. And like the Props Over Here remix, that Yeah You Get Props, is like the same song as Yeah You Get Props from Street Level. So that was kind of it's kind of a rip off. Like I would have switched out Props Over Here for like Dawn of the Dead or Fluid or 40 Ounce. Like 40 Ounce could have been on this song. Dawn of the Dead, Fluid. You know what I mean? I would have added those songs, but I'm just asking for too much. But again, it goes back to what I said. If you want those songs, definitely check out the UFO Files. Again, unfortunately, that shit goes for a lot of money online, but it's on streaming platforms. You can go on YouTube, check it out. So, but yeah, man. This is a dope EP, like I said before. Again, I could have done without 2 songs, Off the Books remix and Props Over Here remix, and Treats was okay. I would have taken that out too, but again, I would have kept Treats, but with a better beat. That's just my personal opinion. So put 40 Ounce. I would have put 40 Ounce of Fluid, or We Came Here's the original versus Sandwiches. You know what I mean? I would have put that on this EP. It would have been better, but especially to fit the theme of the album or the EP. Sandwiches, 40 Ounce, Fluid, We Came Here, Sandwiches. Which again, a lot of those you can get on the UFO Files. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, man. Finally got my hands on that. Definitely stay tuned for. Sorry, I gotta do this to you guys. Oops. Beatnuts Musical Massacre. Definitely stay tuned. Might do that tomorrow. We'll see. Alright, y'all be easy. Peace!